Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today, baby? How y'all doing? If your name is Sean, first of all, if your name is Tyrone Blackburn, Lil'Rod's attorney, baby, you have joined our live, baby. We got it full in effect for you. On top of that, you are basically guaranteeing that Diddy will be indicted. Now, I don't want to say I told y'all. But didn't I tell y'all? I believe most legal eagles that are not trying to kiss up to Liddy Diddy's team has agreed that, baby, those feds and them boys in blue and the Homeland Security, they don't do all that unless they got an airtight case. Now, again, Diddy does maintain his innocence. Everything is alleged until it is proven in court. But right now, I believe the accusations until I see different. But don't listen to me, baby. Just hear my opinion. Go do your own research and let me know what you think in the comments so we can talk. All right, y'all. Listen, where do you want to start? First, let's start with Lil'Rod's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn. He is coming out the gate. Ding, ding, ding. He knucking up. You just hear in the background. Yep. Knuck if you butt. Look, if you but literally they coming out the gate. See, I'm a damn pistol hold it. Listen, Tyrone Blackburn is not playing with Diddy's team, and he has addressed the rumors, the speculation, and the innuendo that Diddy had, well, not Diddy, but Diddy's team has put out in them streets. On top of that, he has named and shamed everybody in Page 6. First, let's get into what y'all want to get into. Him joining the live stream, what he actually said. This is an exclusive. You're not going to find it anywhere else on the internet. When I tell you my facts be correct, sometimes they be correct. Y'all, let's get into this first of all, right? Let's get into this first of all. Page 6 posted an article last night, okay? This is before Tyrone joined the live stream that said opposing camps do battle over Diddy accuser Lil'Rod's character and reputation. Now, again, this is actually really, in my opinion, pathetic of Diddy's case because you are literally trying to shame Lil'Rod for an accident he got in that deleted his best friend. Are y'all like, are we okay? Is that where we're at? But before we get into that, let's get into Lil'Rod's attorney joining our live stream. I did a live stream last night with the Black Letter Law. My girl Alfie, if you didn't know, now you know my lives. Mama likes to chatter, chatter. I'm with all that. And the live went over 3 hours. It was really good. She was answering legal questions. We were talking about it. One of y'all, you know who you are, somehow sent a link to Tyrone A. Blackburn. He jumped in the chat and he had a lot of things to say. Ignore the screen grab. I know what y'all saying. Some of y'all don't want to listen to a 3-hour live. I'm going to post these parts in a separate video, but I just wanted to show you guys the contribution. And yes, this is his YouTube channel. It has been verified. This is definitely Lil'Rod's attorney, right? He had a few things to say. The first of which is he said, "Hi, Tattle Tells. So this is when everybody was saying that he does salacious stuff. There was stuff in the media that he lost cases. They've been spreading all this stuff on YouTube, and it's actually really disturbing to me. They've been spreading all this stuff in YouTube about how he's a con, he's a fraud, he's this and that. And I'm like, y'all can't be serious. Is this where we are in 2024? We are defending the alleged traffickers. Again, at most, I would just keep quiet. Unless anybody knows Diddy personally, should keep quiet because you don't know if any of this stuff is true. The only way most of us know Diddy is by watching MTV Cribs or whatever show he's on. And at this point, it's like you just can't be serious, okay? Why are you the people making accusations and you defending this person just because you like the few you like notorious thugs with Bone Thugs and seeing him do the Harlem Shake and trouncing around on stage with Sting talking about I'll be missing you? Like, at the end of the day, y'all, nobody knows Diddy except the people close to him. And fine, have an opinion, but you realize people are going up for a PR crafted image and maybe somebody throwing money around. I don't know. Ask your boss for a raise. Is it that hard in these streets? Anyway, right? This is when we were on the live, and there was a portion when we were discussing whether or not he's actually lost cases. And we pointed out rightly that lots of people lose cases. Sean Hawley lost Tory Lanez, Danny Masterman, whatever his name is, with that 70s show. On top of that, Jonathan Davies lost his case with Lil Wayne. On top of that, just saying Maxwell, Bobby Sternham's most famous client to date, just saying Maxwell. I mean, she's helped other people. But that was her most recent, just saying Maxwell sitting up in the penitentiary, right? Tyrone wanted to say, hi, Tattle Tells, I never lost a case. T.I. and Tiny, which they keep trying to bring up to play them, was a federal referral. Okay, a federal referral. The only case I have again. So there he's saying that the T.I. case, he didn't even try to take the civil court. He literally referred it to the federal government. I'm guessing for them to investigate criminal wrongdoing. He never tried to sue them in civil court, okay? And he said the only case I have against them is for Sabrina Peterson. Y'all remember, right? I'm sorry, not against T.I. and Tiny. I think Sabrina Peterson is Nicki Minaj. He said the only case I have against them, or maybe it is, right? The only case I have against them is for Sabrina Peterson. That case goes to trial in December. So as much as they tried to cackle and say that, the cases with Nicki Minaj, the cases with T.I. and Tiny, apparently the Sabrina Peterson case, which is the one they should worry about the most, that is going to trial in December. True to his farm, I did a little research. He moved the case for jurisdiction from New York to California, and the case is actually going to trial in December. Moreover, Mr. Blackburn had a few other things to say. Again, this is verified from his channel. We will see if we can get him on the channel. It looks like it's going to work, but keep your fingers crossed. Tyrone Blackburn said, so Alfie, Black Letter Law, very talented lawyer that joined us last night. I'm that little icon because, baby, this stream, it was a struggle. I was fighting for my life in that stream. I'm surprised I made it. Basically, Alfie pointed out, rightly so, that in one of the letters to the judge, Diddy's lawyer actually wrote, practicing law is a privilege. And we both said that was very, very coded language. It was giving dog whistle to me. It was giving microaggression. If you guys don't know, the law is actually very, 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 thank you. The law is actually very, very clear on what happens with that stuff. The law is very, very clear, but it's also very clear about these microaggressions that actually occur. Tyrone Blackburn said, this is very coded. The law is about procedure, and you will be a fool not to use procedure to your advantage. All of the attacks and letters that these lawyers are writing mean nothing to me. Again, this was in reference to a conversation we were actually having, oddly enough, about the fact that Alfie was saying it does not look, whether he did it on purpose or accident, the way that he's actually following procedure in filing with service of process and all this stuff, as much as Diddy's lawyers are complaining and saying, oh, how can you do this, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor? It's actually a very, very shrewd way to get around things. Again, he says the law is about procedure, and you'll be a fool not to use procedure to your advantage. Baby, you have to use procedure to your advantage, and he's doing a good job. He also answered, again, I'm summarizing an hour. It's a 3-hour live, and we were going back and forth asking questions for about 30 minutes. So I'm summarizing for brevity before we get to what the bombshell he actually dropped. He said, I've never lost a case. I do not file salacious lawsuits trying to force the opposition into a quick settlement. I give the opposition 3 to 9 months to resolve the case privately before I file. Why did he bring this up? Because we were actually wondering and actually asked the question, why didn't Diddy settle? Lil'Rod only wanted $50,000 and his publishing rights, which on that flop album, the Love album, again, nobody knew it was going to flop. Everybody thought it was going to be this great comeback. I was actually surprised to hear it flopped. With the Love album, it seems like what happened with that was that 2 to 4%, whatever it is, plus the 50,000. So maybe at most he was looking at $70,000. That's all he had to do. Pay the money he was owed, plus his royalties, and just call it a day. Diddy was so arrogant and took it as such a joke that he said no. Because of that, he literally has his house raided. And everybody's looking at him like public enemy number one. It defies judgment. We thought, well, maybe Tyrone Blackburn did a sneak attack and just put it out there. He let us know in the chat he has never lost a case at all. And he does not file salacious lawsuits trying to force them into a quick settlement. And he gave them 3 to 9 months to resolve the case privately before he filed. That means Lil'Rod asked for a very modest sum, asked for whatever he was due, and then these people told him to go F himself. So Lil'Rod said, okay, F me is F you too. On top of that, he addressed the issues of, whether, again, this was a sneak attack. He said Sean Hawley and Jonathan Davies, okay, I guess they're the ones handling the civil, Bobby Sternum, and I believe Alec Baldwin's attorney that's representing him, Alec Baldwin on Rest, is also helping Diddy. I assume they're dealing with the criminal aspect, right? So they said Sean Hawley and Jonathan Davis. Sean Hawley famously worked on Tory Lanez's trial, as well as Danny Masterman, the guy from That 70s Show. And Jonathan Davies have had the facts and evidence to Lil'Rod's case 2 months prior to the lawsuit being filed. Also, I pick my clients. I do not pick their facts or their evidence. This is in direct response to Jonathan Davis issuing, and Sean Hawley too, issuing, I believe Sean Hawley, issuing nonsensical statements about how somehow Daphne, who is it, Carisha, we're looking into evidence and recourse on what we can do with Lil'Rod and his attorney. And I'm like, is it just me? Am I the only one that was born and raised in America? As long as you have a sworn declaration, right? If you have a sworn declaration, you are covered from your client. You are covered as an attorney. Again, for this logic to hold up, the only thing that could actually happen is if every time somebody goes to trial for deleting someone, tax fraud, whatever, and the person's found, let's just say the person's found guilty. Do we then go and sue the lawyers? As long as the lawyers think you're telling the truth and they have a written statement saying you're telling the truth, what else could be the problem? I don't know. More importantly, my question to Attorney Blackburn, and I know that it is, there's a lot he can't say, there's going on, but I was like, do you think the federal case, I was asking the questions you guys asked me, do you think that the federal case might actually be, will it help Lil'Rod's case in any way? Okay. Tyrone said the civil case will be put on pause. Diddy's was served in Liza Gardner's case, and he has not made an appearance. He actually broke the fact that there is a default judgment he expects to be coming soon in Liza Gardner. The civil case for Lil'Rod has been put on pause while the federal investigation is going on. This is standard practice again. But he said in the Liza Gardner's case, Diddy has not made an appearance. A default judgment motion looks like it is loading soon. Okay. And the last thing that Tyrone actually said, I'll put it up on the Summer Jam screen, which was so odd. He said, when you can't attack the facts, you attack the lawyer. That's odd because after he was on the live stream, this little baby popped up on page 6. Opposing camps do battle over Diddy accuser Lil'Rod's character and reputation. Opposing camps do battle over Diddy's accusers' character and reputation. So let's get into this article because we got to read it because this is just wild. They said there's a battle over the character and reputation of Diddy accuser Rodney Lil'Rod Smith. And we need to talk about this, okay? One camp has been digging around on one camp, we assume it's Diddy, has been digging around on the producer who is now suing Diddy for $30 million, claiming he was forced to engage in blank acts and was raped and groped while working for Diddy. And they say he has a history of troubling arrests and convictions that make him an unreliable witness. Now, when I read this, I said, wait, what? Okay, we got to talk about this because this is the narrative that they have been trying to spread around a lot. And not to say it's not true or not, spoiler alert, I don't think it's true, but it's something we actually need to address. Okay. And I was waiting. I was like, oh my God, what did they dig up? Right. But get this, Lil'Rod's camp and his attorney, Tyrone A. Blackburn, says their fishing expedition is a callous attempt to smear Lil'Rod to weaken his case against Diddy, and that the rap sheet is misleading in any case. Documents seen by Page Six show that Lil'Rod was charged twice with domestic assault, once in 2009 and once in 2014. He was also charged with a misdemeanor SA assault in 2005. However, it's important to note, when I read this, I said, oh my God, it's important to note those charges were dismissed. Now, let me just say this. I've not seen the court documents. I don't know what happened in the evidence. I know for a fact that one of those DV charges is for the mother of his child. I don't know. This is just rumors I've heard, but I don't think it's her because they seem to be on good terms. But let's get into this. You bring up a domestic assault charge in 2009 and 2014. Those were both dismissed. So it was charges, but when it came to court, they were dismissed. There was not enough evidence. People didn't testify. It wasn't dismissed. Again, if we're supposed to sit here and believe that if Diddy is exonerated of these charges and they are dismissed, then we should embrace him back. Everybody needs to apologize. And not only that, he's going after everybody on YouTube, Twitter, and everybody else that said something to reclaim the name. Then how are you trying to hold somebody accountable for charges that got brought up and dismissed? And listen, I don't want to bring race into it, but I'm going to have to. Yeah. When it comes to people of melanated complexion, yes, the charges that are brought up are important, but I tend to focus on what was actually proven and not what the police said happened. Do you feel what I'm saying? Not saying the wrong, but y'all feel me, right? He was also charged with misdemeanor SA in 2005. As a matter of fact, let's actually Google because this is very, very, very misleading. Hold on really quick. What is misdemeanor sexual assault in the year 2005? Hold on. Let's get some answers because I think this is very important to focus on. Okay. So in 2005, misdemeanor SA would generally refer to less severe forms of SA misconduct or assault, typically classified as misdemeanors under the law. Okay. So there could be anything from unwanted blankual contact, actions such as groping, fondling, or other forms of non-consensual touching. It can also be sexual harassment, inappropriate SOL behavior, or statutory offense, or some type of misconduct. Okay. However, whatever it was, okay, the charges were dismissed in 2005. So why did they bring this up? You were accused of doing these things. The charges were dismissed. I understand, but how does that have anything to do with Diddy's case? How does that make him an unreliable witness? Because it looks like from the other side, that's exactly what happened. Anyway, right? Get this. Now, this is the one thing that I thought was really, really low down and really, really dirty. they said that he was convicted of reckless homicide in 2000 in hold on. One second. Okay. In 2005, he was convicted of reckless homicide in 2003. Now, this is the most serious of the offense, okay? When we asked Lil'Rod's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, about that for the record, this is what he told us. I'm sure you know that a charge is not a conviction. So, running this story on behalf of Diddy's camp is problematic and calls into question your integrity as a journalist. Oh, I guess he told page 6. He goes on to say, Mr. Jones, and again, I got to agree, whether or not, even if somebody bought this up with Diddy, I would have to say a charge is not a conviction. So how does this play in? It's not admissible in court. It can't show character. It can't show habit. You can't even bring it up in court. So if you're not bringing it up in court, aren't y'all doing the same thing that Diddy's camp? Aren't they doing the same thing they're sitting here crying about Tyrone Blackburn doing? You're basically releasing information in blogs and on social media, correct? To get the public to think something about Diddy that, unlike Lil'Rod's attorney, so you're already there. Y'all been complaining, you're using the blogs, you're running this, you're doing that. This is salacious. But you guys are doing the same thing with these private investigators, calling people around, trying to get TikTokers to pull stuff down, calling Lil'Rod allegedly his 8-year-old daughter, the mother of his child. His 8-year-old kid, the mother of his child, doing all this stuff. So it sounds like y'all mad that Tyrone Blackburn is playing the game better. Because again, everything that Diddy's people just brought up, they know for a fact can't be brought up in court about if it was charges but not conviction. You can't use that in court. You can't even mention that in court. You will probably be like, like, objection, Your Honor, sustained. You cannot do that. The judge will call you to the bench and be like, you're not supposed to do that. What's going on? Jury, strike that from the record. However, as much as they talk about Tyrone Blackburn's salacious lawsuit, he can use all that stuff, all of it, in a court of law. All of it. Everything he's accusing, everything he's put in that lawsuit, everything in the amended complaint, he can submit that into a court of law. So what's going on? Is it 2 courts, 2 justices, do as I tell you and not as I say? Was he supposed to just sit there and be quiet and let them run over the client while they do exactly what they're accusing him of doing? The only issue is, it seems like Tyrone is doing it better because it seems like Tyrone has the facts on his side. Again, nothing has been proven in court, so we're going to have to see where they square off. But what they brought up to page 6 cannot be admitted in the court at all. So why are you bringing it up except to sway public sentiment? Anyway, right? Like you said, so running this story on behalf of Diddy's camp is problematic and calls into question your integrity as a journalist. Now, get this about the thing about the conviction of reckless homicide. Ronnie Jones' July 2003 reckless homicide occurred when he was just 17 years old. He was driving a vehicle with his cousin in the passenger seat. The police pulled him over, but he was afraid and drove off. It was pretty typical behavior for a young Black boy in Chicago when pulled over by the police. As a result, he totaled the vehicle and his cousin, who was his best friend, passed away. Now, again, this is tragic. I don't know how his family dealt with that. I don't know anything. 17 years old and pulling off from the police. Yeah, it seems likely. Chicago, New York, Philly, LA, Miami, it happens. Would you have done it? I don't know, but it happens. But the fact that you took such a tragedy, Diddy's team took a tragedy of what happened to Lil'Rod and his family and tried to say because that happened, you cannot testify for Diddy being the Black Jeffrey Epelator? Where is the correlation? Is that what we're doing? Tyrone Blackburn said that Lil'Rod did not have adequate legal representation at the time and pled guilty. Again, this is something that a lot of poor people that cannot afford, black, brown, white, if you are poor, if you do not have adequate legal representation, and if somebody offers you a deal and they're like, you can even fight this out and pay thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, or you can take this deal and we will let you off with time served, or we'll put you on probation, or nothing will happen. Lots of young black men and women, brown black men and women, people that are poor black men and women make that choice every single day. Is it the smartest choice? No. But back then, if you had a choice, would you make it? Anyway, Tyrone Blackburn actually said something very important. He says he has to live with the guilt of the death of his best friend and family member for the rest of his life. But don't let that stop you from running the story and getting your clicks. Tyrone Blackburn then added, Diddy's legal team can do nothing to distract from the fact that he will be indicted soon. Again, you guys, whatever happened with Lil'Rod and his cousin, clearly somebody lost their life. And I'm sure a family was shattered. I'm sure he lives with the guilt. He clearly did not mean for that to happen. He was not under the influence. It was something young and dumb that kids do that ended up horribly. Okay? There's no excuse for it. And he's paying for this for the rest of his life. But again, how does that add up to in any way disqualifying him into speaking on what happened with Diddy? How does that disqualify? I'm actually really confused. I actually really want to know. Again, let's read it again. He has to live with the guilt of the death of his best friend and family member for the rest of his life. But don't let that stop you from running the story and getting your clicks. Again, where's the correlation? How does this make him unreliable? I will say one thing. It's a good thing that Diddy did settle with Cassie 24 hours later, because we are starting to get a glimpse into the way that they would have started to assassinate Cassie's character. Nobody is an angel. All right. Now, I'm not excusing what happened. I just fail to see the relationship between what happened with his cousin and what he's saying about Diddy. How does that make him an unreliable witness? Because what? He ran for the police because he was young and dumb, because a tragic accident happened. How does that make him unreliable? Did they show that he has alcohol problem, drug problem? Do they show that he's actually been convicted of anything? The cases were dismissed. The charges were dropped. Diddy has been shown and not proven, but shown by many people to have a problem with narcotics. Diddy has been shown in his own arrest record. He's also been arrested. Were you not with the J-Lo mess? You got the person Shine saying it wasn't me. The witness, the person that was shot is telling you who did it. And the person that shot is saying it was Diddy, 100%. He lied. He schemed. Diddy's the one with a record of beating people to black and blue. Steve Stout, he went to court over it. Diddy's the one with that whole City College stampede that people got deleted from. Diddy's the one with Biggie. Diddy's the one that incited gang violence. Diddy's the one that people said had gang members moving in and out, passing unmarked guns. Diddy is the one that, according to Cassie, savagely beat her any time, place, or where, and forced her and had her subdued and broken, and forced her to engage in acts that were so repulsive that she literally was physically convulsing and sick into a toilet, and he still dragged her out to perform like an animal. Are they serious? Is this the best Diddy can do? You are being accused of being a monster. Diddy is the one that Kid Cudi said, that mofo told me he was going to blow up my car. Cassie said, he told me he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Kid Cudi's car got blown up. And we talking about a tragic accident where no drugs or alcohol. Diddy is the one looking like he's zoning on every single video he's in the last 2 years. He even got that Burkle is going down. He even got that Serp belly. I don't know if this belly is being caused by Serp, but he got that Serp belly. Diddy is the one that's being accused of Young Miami being his mule. Diddy is the one that got all this audio. Diddy's the one. Diddy is the one about the freak-offs. Diddy is the one that had his house raided. Diddy is the one that has a history of violence, a history of drug use, a history of, if you believe these accusations, FOs. How many have come out and said, are you serious? And all you can do to say is, again, opposing camps do battle over Lil'Rod's character reputation. If you felt so much, why did you hire him? If you felt so much, Diddy, why don't you do a countersuit? Why don't you do a countersuit against Lil'Rod? We waiting. I'm sure you can. Something relevant, right? Literally, he's saying that he has a history of troubling arrests, not convictions. Shout out to Cat Williams. 9 arrests, no conviction. Prison and jail are not the same. 9 arrests, no convictions. Knock it off, right? Troubling arrests and convictions that make him an unreliable witness. Because a black man, and let's be real, I know some of y'all hate when I bring race into it, but maybe it is what it is. A black person, a black man in America was arrested when he was 2003 he was 17, so 2003 he was 17, 2009 at 23 and at 28 roughly, a black man in America was arrested. All charges were dismissed. And for that, and at 19. So at 19, 23, and 28, a black man in America was arrested. Charges were weighed against him, and the charges were dismissed. I don't know, y'all. Y'all buying this? Y'all buying this? I don't know. For Diddy to literally be sitting here and Misa Hilton and what's her name? Kamora Lee and all those people going in, talking about some, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You know, Misa posting memes of lions. The lioness with her cubs. Oh, God, so cringe. And Kamora and Aoki going in, and that's good. Y'all know these boys. And I get it. Misa, that's her son. Of course, she going to protect her son at all costs. That's what a mother does. She ain't doing nothing but what mothers should do. That was my son. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be even doing more. Kamora's known these kids since they were babies. Kim was her like this. Aoki looked at that. I get why they're doing it. My whole point of the matter is, y'all, as much as they all want to be, this was a militarization. The government is targeting black men. How could you say that for black men? They wanted, and don't tell me the lawyers didn't try it to see, well, let's see if it does. They wanted to mobilize black Twitter, mobilize black TikTok, get the blogs talking, in my opinion, to mobilize black outrage was a powerful tool to get things moving against a black man being treated unfair by the government. And then you have your defense team mobilize racially, in my opinion, coded accusations toward Lil'Rod and his attorney. Being an attorney is a privilege. Tyrone Blackburn, that name. Baby, I recognize dog whistles. I see what y'all doing. And people that know legal know what they're doing too. So when it's Diddy and them, We got to sing Kumbaya and wade in the water. We got to sing lift every voice and sing till love. That's the national black anthem, if you don't know. Till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony. Right? We got to do that. But then you take your white council, right? And you start dog whistling that a black man can't be believed about assault because he was arrested 3 times, right? Never convicted. And let's also not forget, he has a negligent homicide conviction because he got into a car accident tragically where his beloved cousin, who was his best friend, lost his life. Okay. So what do we have here? Lil'Rod is not an angel, but baby, he ain't a demon and he ain't doing freak offs. And DIDDY, how's anything that his camp pulled up? The dog whistles, the racial coding, the anything. How is anything relevant to what we talking about? If this is the best DIDDY has to do, and again, sometimes DIDDY Camps does run good offense, but to me, this is dog whistle. This is very coded, and it's actually really, really disrespectful. And I better not hear anybody on DIDDY's side talking about a black man. Baby, you being sued by a black man. Stop it. It evens out. Knock it off. Knock it off. You being sued by a black man. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Funny, your closest employees and the people that you've had forever, none of them are black. Christina, Frankie, Moy. What's the little boy's name? The chicken little one with the hair sticking up. Brandon. Ain't nobody, right? Anyway, let's see. There's more. Hold on. Anyway, he ends it off by saying, as I said, DIDDY's legal team can do nothing to distract from the fact that he won't be indicted soon. No, I didn't want to say I told y'all so, but legal people are now coming out when everybody's like, this is just speculation. Well, the legal eagles and the people trying this case are now coming out and standing on solid ground. I get it. I'm a vlogger. I can be a little bit more loosey-goosey. I can take risks that they can't. But the people that actually have skin in the game, the people that are actually seasoned attorneys, the people that know how this go and work with the feds are all saying the same thing. DIDDY is 100% going to be indicted. So for all the people being like, I'm not sure how much traction this lawsuit has. Shut your dumb asses, not y'all. I'm talking to people in the back, so excuse me. Shut your dumb asses up. Shut up. Pick a team. And if you want to pick a team, pick a winning team. Baby, this isn't about who you rep. This is about right versus wrong, good versus evil. If even 1/10 of these charges are true about DIDDY, I don't want him in the community. He ain't make a beat good enough. He ain't make a 2-step good enough. He ain't make a party amazing enough that I will turn the other eye and let somebody run crazy in the community like a vampire. Y'all must be out of your mind, baby. I don't believe in locking the doors to keep out the demons in the village and the vampires in the village. Yes, hang some garlic on that bitch. But in the meantime, in the afternoon, we gonna get some silver bullets and some stakes and go, and literally some wooden stakes, and go handle that business. I don't believe in letting demons and monsters run free and just telling everybody else, protect yourself, protect myself. Man, if you don't get some silver bullets and we gonna go do some work, please, we about to get some Van Helsing in this bitch. Like, are you out of your mind? I don't understand that logic. I don't. And for everybody saying, and I know it's none of y'all, this is what I mean, black billionaires. The last 3 big people to be taken down, because everybody got amnesia. Harvey Weinstein, he ran Hollywood at one point, ran it. Everybody was kissing the rings. Jeffrey Epstein, this man was on billionaire status and was cool with the current and prior presidents. Multiple leaders. This man ran mess down, gone, deleted. Or if you believe the conspiracy theories, I don't know. But the whole point is, Ghislaine Maxwell, his main shooter, his number 2, it's a wrap. Curtains. She's locked up. How are y'all saying, oh, when this comes to black people, the last 3 people to be taken down that sent shockwaves through the community, especially entertainment community, were all white? What y'all mean? This is what they mean. They just want to take all black billions out. Let me tell y'all something. Calm down if that's the way, not y'all, but if that's the way some people feel. Because I guarantee you, there'll be others to rise up. The same way Diddy rose up, the same way Jay-Z rose up, the same way Kanye rose up. There are going to be people that rise up again in their places, bigger, better, and with hopefully more ethics. Because when you got ethics, baby, the morals just follow. I don't even care if our morals are the same. Can I just see some ethics? That's it. The fact that y'all act like, not y'all, but the people in the back act like if Diddy fall, we ain't never going to see another black billionaire. What you think this is, 1940? What you think we got? What's that fuss? Everybody move to the back of the bus. What don't y'all understand? Times are changing. We are breaking into every room and every ceiling. And baby, if you are not the chosen one, get the F out the way, because I know somebody else that will. I know people that are on their way. Baby, please. Whitney Houston wasn't the only ones that actually believed the truth. I just think it's so disgusting, and I hope these are trolls, to really say that this is the best black people can do, that this is the best we can expect, that we got to let vampires run through our village because they're the only ones that are good enough to have a seat at the table. Man, burn that MFing table down and build a new one. What did that one professor say at the Spelman graduation? Black faces in high places are not going to save us. Again, black faces in high places are not going to be our salvation. What does she mean by that? Because she went into detail. You should actually go watch it on TikTok. It was very good. I think it was in Spelman graduation. Either that or Howard University. I think it's Spelman, though. Spelman or Howard, right? Don't kill me. I know there's a difference. Just saying. Why did she say that? Because she said there is no inherent moral virtue or goodness in being black, in being a woman, in being a billionaire, or whatever you value. You think because somebody looks like you, acts like you, talks like you, reminds you of your sister, mother, there is no inherent loyalty to the cause. Again, black faces in high places are not going to save us. We've seen that. They take their place at the table. And the good ones remember and try to bring other people. And the ones that aren't good try to shut the door. But the fact that somebody is black and a billionaire does not inherently mean that there is any solidarity, whether it is class, race, socioeconomic, or anything. Black faces in high places, again, they can work out. And if the people I know and the people y'all know make it happen, it will work out. But again, we need to start. It's 2024. We need to start looking at people for their principles, their ethics, and how much they actually make a change in our communities. How much they make a change in our communities. How much they uplift. How much they do better. I know I'm not talking about a guy. Listen, we are Black Americans. Is this an inside conversation? Should I be having this in mixed company? Let me shut this conversation down. I know my mom's always telling me, don't be having these conversations in mixed company because they don't understand, but we are Black. We've already proven that everything we do in our culture is exported to every inch of the world. We have taken over Black American culture, and I say Black as descendants of enslaved people, not slaves, but enslaved people who have our own rich culture, because don't forget, the Caribbeans, Jamaica, all of them, which have vibrant cultures themselves, they were all one stop away. We all came up on the same thing. We have our own culture. We have taken over the world as far as what the culture is. Okay? Our influence is there in entertainment, in music, and sports. Baby, we have shattered that glass ceiling. Now it's time to get real power. And real power without feasting on the blood of our young, feasting on the blood of our women, feasting on the blood of our men. It's time to get real power on our terms. And Diddy, again, I'm going to get off my soapbox, but Diddy doesn't represent, if these rumors are true, I'm sorry, not even rumors, allegations, legal allegations in the complaint are true. Diddy doesn't signify anything to me but a vampire. Baby, get the steak, get the silver bullets, get the garlic. Let's do all three. I don't care. There'll be another one to rise. It's when people make that argument, oh, if we start taxing the rich, there won't be any billionaires. Bitch, move out the way. Because I'll be fine being 100 millionaire. And I know 1 million people, when Amazon take their foot off of their neck, can become 100 millionaires too. Stop it. Stop with this exceptionalism. You can make a cute song, good beat. You can design clothes. You're pretty. You're handsome. You look up. You go, and what that mean? Okay, great. And there's somebody else that can do the same thing you do and make me feel the same wonder without feasting on the blood of our children. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, in February, they go on to say in February, Rodney claimed in court papers that Diddy SA'd him while he was working on Diddy's latest album. In that year, let's keep going. They said the producers alleged that he essayed him, he would grope his blank, touch his blank, and groom him into having blank. But Diddy, who would allegedly walk around naked in front of Rodney, would downplay the assault as horseplay. Rodney also claims that Diddy subjected him to unwarranted blank-you attention from his associates. He alleges in the suit he was forced to solicit blank workers and perform blank acts with them at the request of clones, and that he was blanked and raped during one of Diddy's parties in February 2023. Diddy's attorney, Sean Hawley, has denied Rodney's allegations, telling Page Six that Lil'Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. They said the alleged events are pure fiction and nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. Again, like they put it out, Lil'Rod is just one of a number of lawsuits swirling around Diddy. Just one. So you know what? Sean Hawley said it. The alleged events are pure fiction and nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. He's nothing more of a liar. Baby, the liar is trying to take y'all to court. Are the feds liars? Is Cassie a liar? Are the 4 or 5 women and maybe 1 man suing Diddy liars? Maybe. Maybe the whole world want to take a good black man down when all he want to do is drink De Leon and play Carisha roulette, right? Maybe. I don't know. I don't like this version of the world that Diddy's camp is putting out. I reject it. I completely regret it. Let me read these super chats really quick. Sorry, guys. Miss Marsha, Miss Henry, SWS, thank you for becoming a member. Blue Jasmine said, Tisa, girl, I can't believe you got this interview. I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you. The interview is coming. It looks like he may appear on the channel. Okay. We're going to have to see because the civil lawsuit is paused. But you guys, I will say a special thank you to you guys for actually whoever brought him to the chat. Thank you. The Donut Show. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And the Donut Show. Thank you so much for another super sticker. Oh, the Donut Show. You just gifted 5 Tattle Tells memberships. Yo, shout out to the Donut Show. Am I saying it right? Donut Show. Y'all know me in pronunciations. And Donat, thank you for becoming a member. Everybody say thank you to Donat if he gifted a membership. Call me Emmy. Thank you, Mama. Said, Down the Rabbit Hole News is not a fan of Mr. Blackburn and tried to shade Lil'Rod's past Page Six article. Watched her recent video talking smack. I had to let her know about Tyrone's cameo on your live last night. Keeps up the amazing reporter. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't know who you're talking about. Thank you so much for the super chat. I will say everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I just feel confident that I'm rooting for any essayer, any offender. I believe in vampires being vanquished from the village. No, we cannot coexist. And no, we don't need you. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. We don't need you in the village. I will say that at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I won't shade somebody for their opinion. I just do know that as much as people are falling for this BS, one side is fighting to get in court and the other side is viciously trying to windmill anyone to get them to drop the charges. One side is making all these allegations about people being liars. Meanwhile, their houses are being raided. Meanwhile, it's not just Little Wild. You go and talk to anybody that was around at that time, and they say, yeah, that's Diddy's MO. They tell you about the drug, alcohol. They tell you about this. They tell you about that. So what is the issue? People feel they need to defend Diddy. Why? Because at the end of the day, I don't feel anything to Diddy. I don't. I know plenty of strong Black men doing what they need to do. I don't need to defend this. I don't. Because when I look at it, he is just a human being accused of horrible things. And there are decades of blind items and decades of people coming out and saying, I saw him drug bottles. I saw him drug women. I saw him do this. I saw him do that. There are women of every race, creed, color, and religion accusing him all of the same thing. He's settled in 24 hours. So why would somebody defend Diddy? I don't know. And without insulting anybody's intelligence, because I'm sure whoever is stating their opinion is very intelligent, I will say that, like, what the hell? Like, you're defending a myth. You're defending imagine defending a charade. And I'm not saying to this young lady because I haven't seen it, so whatever. Imagine defending a Ciroc commercial. Imagine defending with your chest an Instagram feed. Imagine defending a fictionalized, curated version of a loving Black family. Baby, I have a loving Black family. I don't need this fantasy. Imagine curating this when horrible, this reminds me of Bill Cosby. Nobody could get over Cliff Huxtable was Jack the Ripper. Nobody could get over it. And now look. Again, the people that are defending Diddy, because Diddy has given no evidence at all, besides saying Lil'Rod is a liar and he should drop this because it's not true. Lil'Rod's attorneys in the letters to the judges said, well, here's the proof we have. And Your Honor, if you'd like to see the proof, we will show you. We have pictures, hours, wires. We have everything. What you need? The feds kicked in the door and waved in the 4-4. Diddy's whole thing is he's a liar. Don't y'all believe me? Well, I don't know you. If you show me some proof, maybe, but I don't know you enough just to take you off of your word. You're not friend nor kin of mine. I only know your Instagram. The people that are defending this just on Diddy's word are in love with this craftily manufactured image that Diddy created. That's all it is. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a carefully crafted image, but it's not real because these people don't know him enough to take his word, especially when he is offering zero proof at all. Ask yourself, you're defending a man that got Stevie J defending his honor. Let that sink in. Anyway, and again, I don't know this young lady or if it might be a young man. I don't know. So again, I'm sure a thing, but for myself, I'm not defending an Instagram feed. I don't know him and he's offered zero evidence that he's innocent. Zero. All these girls that came to the party, did they sign sworn declarations? Have they signed affidavits? Have they done anything? No, they just out here windmilling the social media, baby. I'll see what happens in court. Right? And if Lil'Rod is lying, well, he's done a sworn declaration. He can get jail time. He can get criminal time and he'll be bankrupt because they'll make him pay all the attorney's fees. And I'm sure Diddy's attorney's fees are at least $500,000 a month. I think each lawyer is costing him $17,000 an hour. Right? But it's funny how they're saying Lil'Rod's a liar, but the federal government doesn't seem to think so. We'll see what happens with that, though. We'll see. Sarah said, oh my God, Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat. You said sending you blessings. Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat. That's so generous. Call me Emmy. Thank you so much for gifting the memberships. What is this? Aduni. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker. Jamal Johnson, thank you for being a member for 17 months. You said, hey, God, is just wondering if you think Diddy will expose others or get the Epstein special. Now, that remains to be seen who he'll actually expose. And here's the thing. I don't know if it's going to be Diddy's choice to expose others because at the end of the day, they said Diddy taped everything and everybody. at all times. And let's also not forget, it said that Diddy had secret cameras in his house. So a lot of people didn't know they were being taped. So when it comes to, you think Diddy will expose people, Diddy need to be wondering, do you think the feds are going to expose people? Right? And that's another thing. Will he get the Epstein special? I don't know. Well, he's gearing up to it. He's gearing up to it. Again, you can fight this mess in social media, but just like Sean Hawley's defense in Tory Lane's trial, and please, we're not going to get into whether we were for or against Tory. Y'all know I was against, because I remember with the Tory Lanez thing, there were fake doctors' reports floating around, fake police reports. There were bloggers repeating clearly false information, so much that the judge had to be involved and be like, we're going to start sanctioning people. There's all this whole online thing, as much as they like to talk about Tyrone, and when it came to court and the real evidence came out, well, it was what it was. Again, my whole point is, I don't know. Vita said, is Homeland Security Investigations looking at Ed Winter's first coroner report? That is a very, very good idea. You know, do you guys want, I got a little tea about that coroner report with Ed Winters and with Kim Porter and what happened with that. I'll drop that in another video. I don't want to get off top, but they should look into Ed Winters' first coroner report. If you guys don't know who Ed Winters was, he was the first coroner for Kim Porter. Kim Porter passed away, as you guys know. Ed Winters was first charged to do the autopsy. Ed Winters did the autopsy, and he found a few suspicious things. He wanted to do further investigations. He was an autopsy person to the stars. He was promptly fired from Kim Porter's autopsy because they didn't like what he turned up. And there we have it. P said, caught alive. Love your show. Thank you, P. Next time it's going to be a funny, lighthearted live. I'm going to start going live earlier and earlier in the day. Maybe I can keep you guys company while you're getting dressed for work or while you're at work. Vita said, Alex Fine was Cassie's trainer. He saw her bruises. Exactly. He saw her bruises. He saw what was going on. And also, Alex Fine is pretty easy on the eyes. Lil'Rod said that Diddy was super, super persistent with him. I don't know. Do you think Alex Fine tried his luck? Or I'm sorry, Diddy tried his luck with Alex Fine? What did Cat Williams say? Diddy is persistent, and you got to tell him no. Because I find it odd that somebody that was so jealous over Cassie's attention and time and didn't want any man around him would have a personal trainer that looked like Alex Fine training Cassie without his permission. I think Diddy had plans for Alex Fine, but Alex Fine was like, bro, you got the wrong one. But I'm going to take Cassie because I love her and we're going to have a happy life. Again, Diddy's so diabolical. I just think he schemed. And look how Lil'Rod said, he was around Diddy for what, a year and a half, and Diddy kept trying to find ways to seduce him over and over and over, if you know what I mean, seduce him. So imagine when he was trying to have Alex Fine, maybe he was trying to make him to be him, you know, Cassie's little like whatever, but Alex Fine was like, oh, we not doing that, bro. Mel Bethel said, hey, TT, we as a community need to stop upholding exactly bad behavior. Money, wealth, power does not equal good character. We have to do better, especially our Black men. I love the brothers, but do better, gentlemen. Exactly, Mel. I agree. And here's the thing. This happens in every community. It does. In every community, people uphold power and they let women, children, and men quietly get victimized. So please don't make it seem like this happens in every community. But I'm just saying that I'm a member of the Black community and I know the Black community. So I will first try to help my community. And when I can, I'll help other communities. But right now, best believe if I see something happening in my community, I'm going to take action against it. Again, this isn't something specific to the Black community. This happens in every community, but I know my community. And like I said, I will do my best to stop mess I see happening in my community. I know I do gossip. I know I love to have a good key and chuckle. But when it comes to shit like this, okay, the funny business is over and we need to actually get serious, okay? But makes no sense. We do have to do better. All communities need to do better. American society needs to do better. Again, I'm American. This might be happening everywhere else in the world. I'm speaking on what's happening in the country I know and in the community I not only know and love, but in the community I'm a part of, and to that whole point, it's Black men, Black women, everybody. Again, just like if it's in a white community, this shit happens, they cover it up. It's the people that cover it up. And most likely it's the people that are in power. And more important, I'll turn my air conditioning on. It's the people that are in power. And even worse, the people that want to lick at the feet of power. Because at the end of the day, I realize, and again, I don't mean this to be any shade toward Kimora, Misa, or any of these people, but I just realized, and it's actually really sad, a lot of people don't care what happens to other people's cousins, sisters, brothers, mothers, lovers, whatever they are. If it's somebody, they don't care. But when it happens to people they know and love, all of a sudden everybody get activated. They want everybody to assemble like Voltron. No. How about we just have simple rules? No one can be treated like this. No one's son or daughter can be slipped a roofie cocktail. Nobody's son or daughter can be exploited because they have dreams and desperations. No one's son or daughter can be used as a party favor to satisfy your needs. Period. That's it. That's it. And that way, nobody has to get activated because there's rules to engagement. It don't matter. It don't matter whether you walking in the woods alone, whether you see three little pigs, whether you see a grandma dressed up as a wolf. It don't matter anymore. It don't matter. It doesn't matter where you were or why you were. Let's go and vanquish the vampires from the village, and then everybody can go walk around at night. That's it. Nobody's son or daughter, no matter what they're wearing, deserves to be assaulted or will be assaulted or will be touched. I don't care if they walk in backwards, butt naked, at 2:00 in the morning with $100 bill shaped to their forehead. No, you will be a vampire and you will be vanquished. Nobody's son or daughter has the right. Nobody has the right to do that to anybody's son, daughter, father, mother, sister, brother, lover. It doesn't matter. Let's just set some rules. And that way we don't have to get outraged when it happens to people that we care about and people we think are worthy. How about we actually start thinking that everybody, regardless of race, color, skin, religion, social, economic, regardless of what they're wearing, what they're doing, everybody is worthy of humanity. And everybody is worthy of respect. Okay? And if you're a demon, you'll be vanquished. If you're a vampire, you'll be vanquished. You'll be dealt with. Right? And baby, literally, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Also, the homegirl healer said, baby, it's giving big teeth. Not the little one. Thank you, homegirl healer. Spit, thank you for the super chat. Spitfire, thank you so much for the super sticker. Music for Love 33. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Also, Dread Mega said, last one to hit the like button is a rotten egg. Love your Tattle Tells. You guys, it's about 3,000 people in this live. Can y'all hit the live button for me? I'm sorry, the like button. I'd appreciate that. Y'all know I'm trying to grow. I want to expand my channel in 2024, bring you guys some really, really cool stuff. I do need your help, partly because you guys made my channel what it is, and without you guys, I'd be nothing. There is that small little thing. I'm like, I need you guys' help, as if you guys aren't the reason my channel even exists. So thank you for that. But I would like to grow. So I'm just going to need a little bit more help from you guys. But I promise whatever effort you put into hitting that like button, I'll meet you where you at and raise it by 10,000 fold. Y'all know I come out here and work for y'all as much as I can. Yes, selfishly, I love it. And I love talking to you guys, but also because I feel like our voices are needed, I really do. Taddy too cute for you said, keep spitting the truth. Love it. I'm so here for it. Thank you for the super chat. Chantel said, love your commentary. Keep doing your thing and congrats. Oh, thank you, Chantel. Mr. Benji, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the generous super chat. Y'all showering me today. Aaron Sebastian said, no man will willingly admit rape for no reason. Listen, exactly. Like, again, I know the Black community intimately, so I just know, I just don't, not willingly admit it. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 They just wouldn't. And also, oh, Hibiscus Rose, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Hibiscus Rose. I appreciate you. So where are we at, right? Where are we at? You know, again, if this stuff can be believed, and I believe it. Hey, son, SON, what's up, son? How you doing? Good to see you in the chat again. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Also ZD. ZD said Tisa should interview Cassie, not Oprah Gal. Listen, I wish the best for Cassie. I really do want to hear Cassie in an interview after this is all done, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. As much as it was reported, Cassie 100% signed an NDA. And at the end of the day, good. She secured a future for her children. She hit Diddy where it hurt, because this whole thing about people being like, oh, she just wanted money. For people like, this is my opinion. For people like Diddy, it appears to me that the only thing they care about is money and power. And you can try to shame them. You can try to be morally right. They don't care. They care about their money and they care about their power. And if you really want to hit them where they're hurt, that's where you get them the money and power. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Cassie did what needed to be done. By filing that lawsuit, she paved the way for so many people to get justice. But not only that, how many people were like Cassie, Lil'Rod, the girls that suing Diddy, but they drank from the wrong De Leon bottle. They drank from the wrong Ciroc bottle. They drank from the wrong champagne bottle. And they woke up in shame. They had mofos, which even 50 Cent and stuff said, circulating videos of them doing lewd acts, torturing them, getting their boyfriends breaking up with them, doing all this stuff. How many people's daughters and sons that happened to? Let's just say hypothetically, did that happen to? But they were too ashamed. Maybe the facts weren't in their favor. Maybe they were with the party. Maybe they did say, yeah, fuck it, I'm young, wild, and free, and I'm going to have some fun. But they weren't down with the rugging part. They weren't down with the filming part. But you know how it is. People think, well, if you wanted A, you wanted B. How many people didn't feel like they had the facts on their side and they just had to swallow that humiliation, that dehumanization, that disgusting feeling that creeps in your throat when you feel like you've been dehumanized or humiliated? Baby, what Cassie did, what Lil'Rod did, what all these women are doing, if these accusations, baby, they are literally they're doing the Lord's work. What, life don't work like that. At least not for me. And if you think it does, it's not going to work like that for longer. 2024 said, I don't care if it worked like that for the last 30 years. It don't work like that anymore. Sorry. It's musical chairs. There might have been 1 million people that did the same thing Diddy did and got away with it. All right. But karma had the music stop, and you're the only mofo standing up while everybody else has a chair. So sorry. Sorry, that's the way the cookie crumbles. The same way when somebody was at a party and drank some tequila laced with alcohol. I'm sorry, tequila laced with whatever. Sorry, guess it's bad luck. Again, my point is, instead of trying to protect someone that might have done things that truly are unspeakable, why don't we worry about holding everybody accountable? Instead of saying 10 people got off, so why are we picking on Diddy? All right, name the names. Get the witnesses. Let's get all 11 of them. Diddy plus 10 more. Let's get all of them. Seriously, that I don't understand. Well, they did that. So why you... Great. What's their names? Bring them in. Let's press some charges. Let's get this shit popping. I know a good lawyer. Tyrone A. Blackburn. Douglas Wigmore. 2 greats. Let's get this shit popping. Get some names up there. Let's be productive, shall we? Let's be productive. Also, Helen Marin Wells, thank you so much for the super sticker. But y'all get me, right? Let's be productive. Literally. Oh, Crystal Cove, thank you so much for the super chat. You said, supposedly TD Jakes has stepped down. Baby girl, I vote that you step into that pulpit. Y'all want me? I'll be like, I don't believe casual sex is a sin. I don't believe God cares who's blinked. You suck like I don't want me in that pulpit. I'm for like The little stuff, I'm like, God don't care about that, but God cares about this, right? As long as people are consenting, y'all won't mean that pulpit. I'll be sitting there giving sermons about how dumb Portia is to let Simon play her after 15 months. That'll be mine. This is why you never covet thy neighbor's husband. Forget about the morality, baby. You now got her problems. They said, Crystal Cove said, and Lil'Rod being charged but not convicted. What did National Treasure, God's warrior, Cat Williams saying? Exactly. 9 accusations, 9 arrests, no convictions. Knock it off. Jail and prison are not the same. Exactly. But never convicted. You saw what they did with Cat Williams when they tried to make him look crazy because this is years ago. He was exposing what was going on in Hollywood, and they started sending child social services, tried to take his kids away, was harassing him. He was in and out of jail, and ain't nothing stick. It literally was a systematic campaign of harassment. You know, I'm just saying, like he said, he ain't never took the Diddy special. Ain't never. And here's the thing with the Diddy special. Please don't make it seem like, or even think that I'm implying that there is shame in people, a man loving a man or a woman loving a woman. There's no shame in that. I think the thing that sometimes people lose sight of is the reason I clown Diddy and these accusations is it's the way that it's alleged that it was not consensual. It's the way it is alleged that it was dehumanizing. It's the way it was alleged that it was blankual blackmail. That's the issue that I have with the Diddy special. Not the fact that he seems to love the touch, the firm touch and caress of a man. Not that. Who cares? My issue is, right, the soft no, the firm caress of a man. No, it's not that. It's the fact of it is the dehumanization. It is the demonic nature of what he was doing to get off on power so much that you get off on making someone do what they do not want to do, either by force, either by out of desperation, that's disgusting, or either by making it impossible for them to give this consent. That's disgusting. That's treating a human being as a party favor. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it stops today. I don't care if everybody got away with it 30 years ago. Oh, effing well, it's 2024. No, you don't get to treat somebody's son or daughter, sister, brother, father, mother. You don't get to treat them as a party favor. You're not God, nor should you pretend to be. And God would never treat anybody as a party favor. Anyway, Crystal Cove said supposedly sorry. I've got so much on my pulpit. I forgot I already read this. Let me get back into this. Mr. Benji said, this is my first time catching you live and I'm so happy. Let's get to a security team because we have to protect you at all costs. Mr. Benji, first of all, thank you for the generous super chat. And second of all, I will make a promise to you guys. Okay, I will make a tentative commitment. If this does go to court, whether it will be federal or in civil, even though, as Tyrone Blackburn said, the civil trial is now paused until the very serious federal allegations are addressed. And he guarantees that Diddy will be indicted. Okay. I'm going to cover this case. I'm going to try to see if I can get into the MFing courthouse and be sitting there. Where's my sunglasses? Be sitting there with don't laugh. I found these sunglasses from 3 years ago. So shut up. Don't think I'm walking around like this. Be sitting there with some. My name? Consuela Leopard Spot Glasses. Yes, my last name is Leopard Spot Glasses. I'll be sitting there in court, just sitting there in court like. And all you do when you look at my notes, it'll just say, bitch is lying. Literally. Y'all gonna see me in court like, Tisa? No. Who is this? Tisa, you speak up. My name is Consuela Leopard Glasses. I mean, I'll speak how you say English. What is this Tisa? You speak up. I'll be sitting there on my Carmen San Diego with a bucket hat and some damn leopard glasses. but is this Tisa you speak up? No, Tisa. No, I do not. Literally, y'all will see me in court acting a damn fool, but I will go there. Y'all might see me with a 30-inch platinum bust down. Oh no, I know Tisa. No, this is all me will hear. Parlez-vous français? They gossip? No. Y'all see me there on witness protection, taking down all the dirt. Thank you, Benji. Jonas Bolino said, as a gay man, it's scary because a lot of homophobia is coming from the commenters out of this case. What he's alleged of going to be doing is awful and unacceptable, and it's not representative of the community. You know what I have to say? I 100% agree with you on that. I think that for whatever reason, it all stems from McCarthyism. It all stems from toxic masculinity. If you look at the whole point of McCarthyism and the way that they bastardized same-sex love, it was all so that a lot of leaders actually were same-sex love. And if they bastardized it and made it shameful, then they could blackmail them. That's where it came from. Like, you really need to know that the same way there is racism and sexism and classism and elitism, that homophobia also was made to divide. Because at the end of the day, it's not the community, right? Every community has bad apples. Ask most women that have been essayed at very tender ages. Ask them, was a man or woman that did it. Now, I'm sure there were some women that did it, but if you look at the statistics, overwhelmingly, it was men. Again, there are bad apples in every faction of the community. We cannot be divided. I believe we have to stop looking, and I'm not saying stop looking at color, because baby, no, I'm not dumb. I'm Black. I know how that shit works. I don't see color. That means you don't see when people are racist toward my color. You blind. What? Right? I'm like, hello. This like that. What? Was it because you were Black? Are you sure it's because you weren't being too loud? Are you sure? But when I hear people say they don't see color, but what I'm trying to say is, yes, we live in the real world and we need to keep our wits about us, because trusting the wrong person, especially when you are a minority, especially where you're Black, it might end up ending your life. You got to be real. But I say all that to say, we need to start aligning with people that share our same character, same values, same morals, and same viewpoint of the way the world should be. That is my tribe. If you agree that we can't have demons running around the village, if you agree that we can't have vampires sucking the blood of our young, if you agree that, then yeah, you can live in the village. We're cool. Live and let live. What up to you and your boyfriend? Hello to you and your girlfriend. What's going on? You see what I'm saying? And so I do agree with you. It's not representative of the gay community. It's absolutely not. It's not. Diddy's problem wasn't the fact. Diddy's problem is the fact that, if these can be believed, he was a monster. But I do think in 2024, like Cat Williams said, I think he said it in the interview, and he was very eloquent about it, even though I can't remember it. But it represented what I felt completely, where it's like, this war, we could not pick sides based on people who look like us. Black faces in high spaces are not coming to save us. You see? And again, this happens in every community. White spaces in high places is not coming to save the white community, right? Latino faces in high spaces is not coming to save the Latino community. Asian faces in high space, it's not. You need to align to the people that have a vision of the new world that we actually want to build. I really do think that is the key in 2024 to moving forward. But very well said, Jonas. And thank you so much for the super chat. Wanda, thank you so much for the super sticker. Mixed Chick Samantha said, I hope they do a Live Your Love live trial. You know they will. I don't know if it'll be live, though, because it will be federal. I don't think the Southern District of New York does live, but I think they do allow people to be in the court. And the Associated Press and all these other news agencies will have a court reporter there reporting live. Baby, this is going to be the trial of the century. Wait, but does the Southern District of New York, was Harvey Weinstein's trial live? Let me know in the chat. Because if his trial was live, then there's a chance Diddy's trial will be live. I hope they do it live, Samantha girl. I hope. Sierra Side, thank you so much for the super chat. You said for Consuela. Nicola said Stevie J threatened 50. Isn't Diddy's followers accused of that same behavior? Can that be used in court to show the character of Diddy and is true? Just threatening somebody on Instagram, I don't think that rises to the level of showing character. And also to show character, Diddy would have to open up. His lawyer would somehow have to open up in questioning his character by saying Diddy is upstanding. His friends are upstanding. He would have to make some claim that opened up his character. And then the opposition could come in and be like, well, wait a second. We have proof that that can't be true. But you just can't bring somebody's character in to play with a trial like this, especially what their friends are doing, without his attorney bringing that up. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a little bit complicated. I won't get into it, but most likely no. But to your point, Nicola, and this is what Diddy's team is actually really afraid of, and I think why they are so afraid of Tyrone Blackburn. There's court. And people think that judges, lawyers, jurors are like, when you walk into the court, you become a higher self. And at the end of the day, what actually happens is that, no, that's not what happens. At the end of the day, the people that are in the jury, they watch social media. They listen to what people say. They might not make up their minds, but they've heard about it. So to your point of, can it be used in court? No. But and that's why I said so stupid, Stevie J sticking up for Diddy. But to have a dirtbag, in my opinion, like Stevie J capping for Diddy, you know, how many of those jurors watch Love and Hip Hop? If they do, girl, good luck. If you want Stevie speaking for you, good effing luck. Alexandra Campbell said, the irony is J. Edgar Hoover exactly was gay too, and he was the most oppressive figure. Diddy is more representative of, Diddy is no more representative. Thank you, Alexander. I'm like, more? Hold on. I just saw more and I said, oh God, do I want to finish this super chat? You scared me, Alexander. Whew, thank you for coming back. Sometimes I read super chats like, oh Lord. I'll be like, what'd you say? Killed them. Oh God. No, but this is good. You said Diddy is no more representative of the LGBTQ community than he is of blacks. And I believe that. I 100% believe that. Well said, Alexander. Well said. Well said. Listen. Who's the minority up in this chat? James Sinclair, any other Devil Dens member? Who's James Sinclair? Do I need to remove somebody from the chat? I just got into and saw the last thing. I'll go to the chat later on when I get off and remove. Let me know if there's anybody that I need to block. I don't know. I'll look through. This is taking too long. But anyway, I'll look through when I'm off chat and just start blocking people. At the end of the day, trolls are trolls. Don't pay them any mind. They're just dumb. They probably paid sitting in a call center being like, I love Diddy. He a good man. He is so elegant eating a salad. Did y'all see Jennifer Lopez? It looked like she paid trolls to go in the comments saying that she was elegant eating salad and the best person ever. It is. Yes, exactly. Freedom Menace. Predators are in every community, in every social class. That's true. That is true. It's just the fact that when they have money, they become more dangerous. You know? Exactly. Again, Diddy is arrogant enough. Who said that? Rose said Diddy's arrogant enough to think they'll go away. I think he's delusional enough, you know? In any case, you guys, let me get out of here. Wait. Let me get out of here. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. Let me just say really quick. Makeshift Samantha said, Tisa, you probably know, but I saw Dana T, Diddy's baby mom. She's a cybersecurity specialist. I wonder what he could have had her doing. Baby, the same thing he had everybody doing. I know she mad she got a baby by Diddy. She probably thought she lucked out having a baby by a billionaire. And now look at her. Woo! And also Omni Harrell Pep thank you so much for PEP. Thank you so much for becoming a member. But I'm going to look into Dana T. I know it's Dana T or Dana Tran or whatever. I'm going to look a little bit more. I know that Tough News did a lot of videos on her. And he really did a good job of covering what everybody was saying. And he seems to have some legit sources. I encourage you guys to go check it out. Again, there's certain things that I would like to speak about, but I'm just trying to figure out something more to add to the situation because so many other people have covered it in such a good way. You know, instead of me just going, watching their video and regurgitating what they said, because I could do that, go watch Tough News video and regurgitate what he said on Dana Tran. I want to try to do some research and see if I could add something to the conversation, some new information I discovered, you know? But he did a really, really good job covering stuff about Dana Tran, I think. Rhonda Powell, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Also, you guys, if anybody is let me go block Sinclair Solutions. We are not, this is not a homophobic place at all. This is not a sexist place. This is not an anti-black place. This is not like, stop it, y'all. Wrong channel. So I do go through the chats afterwards and block people that say things that I find either offensive to me or, of course, the community, which is actually even more important to me. Y'all will have a better luck insulting me than the community. And by community, I mean the Tattle Tell community. So just keep that in mind if anybody is watching in there, right? Listen. I'll go through and if I find the truth teller, I'll block that too. Hold on really quick. Let's see. Listen, the truth teller. I don't see the truth teller, but I'll find them. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I just blocked Sinclair, so that's cool. And go, sorry, I don't have any mods in here, but you guys are doing pretty good. Thank you so much, right? It's going thing, right? I actually think the next, who said this? Pete said, thank you so much. Got to agree with you, but the new generation is not as respectful or educated about proper manners. Discretion is essential. Keep your private life behind your front door. You know, Pete, I see what you're saying, but I actually have a lot of faith in this new generation. This new generation ain't afraid to speak out. I feel that these whole polite things are a lot of reasons why these demons in the street were small in your face, and at home they were just wreaking havoc on their families. I actually like the way the new generation is not scared. They do not feel shamed about anything. As well, they shouldn't. Why should you be shamed because of monster? I have hope for the community with the new generation. I don't believe about keeping quiet. And again, I know what your point is. I know you're not saying, but I actually really love that the new generation is 100% just not afraid and not ashamed. I love that. I love the way that they respect everybody and what their preferences are. I love the way that they really want to like end toxic cycles, you know, and end toxic like what do you call it? Like not karma, but generational curses. And I think the only way we're going to do that is to speak out and just let people be individuals. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys, listen. Well, somebody said, can you correlate a timeline of arrest trial by using Weinstein epilogue? Oh, that's a good one. Who said that? Thank you, Kenyon Lofton. Lofton. That is a great idea. That's a great idea. Betty, thank you so much for the super sticker. That is a great idea. I love that. Yeah, listen, I love the new generation. I think they're giving who's it? Gen Z or Gen X? Is it Gen X or Gen Z? It's Gen X? No, Gen Z. Whoever they are, baby, they're going to save us. They are going to save us. Look at what they're already doing. Okay. Alrighty. All right, you guys. Let me just say thank you to the last thing. Sun said, nice cup of tea, Tisa. Hit the like button. Tattle Tells, tip the server. She needs equipment. I swear to God, I'm going to upgrade my webcam, camera, and all that. But until then, y'all going to have to take me how y'all take me. All right, you guys. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, guys. All right. Anyway, let me get out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Okay. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, I'm going to upload some more videos. So just hit the like button. Talk to you later. Bye.